I had to.
All right, yeah. Tina's excited. Spring break's upon us. She didn't have to work this week. Lucky you.
Yeah.
That's right. So,
Yeah, where's my drink?
yeah.
Damn.
She's already had a few. I mean,
No, I have not.
you spent the weekend, and we had some
Oh,
drinks.
we had a few this weekend. That's a day.
in Portland, yeah. So,
Oh,
Ooh, Tina.
yeah.
do it.
So
That's right.
I think it was my birthday last Friday. And she was drinking more than me, I think. But anyway,
Happy belated
I don't
birthday.
know.
Happy belated birthday. Yeah. How old are you, JC? You're JC, how old are you? 32, 33? How old are you?
44, guys.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's
You
right.
old. You
Okay,
old.
young.
Appreciate
Hey,
you.
shut your face.
Yeah.
No.
what did the kids say nowadays? Your cougar. Remember he was like a cougar.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
cougar in the car.
Cougar. Yeah. She's only 28, right?
Yeah, it feels a lot like 43. I just have to stretch out more. But anyway,
There you go. There you go.
we're talking
Stretch it.
about
Literally stretched out. Literally
We're
stretched
stretched.
out. Though I mean they just came out with the one-liners, man.
Yeah, those one-liners were fun.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
We're talking all about the weddings, the reunion of Love is Blind season 8, a season we all couldn't wait to be over, although there was a bit of surprises there.
Yeah.
From the season we couldn't wait to be over to the season we've been highly anticipating. We're going to talk about the first couple of episodes of Temptation Island making its
Yeah.
Netflix debut.
Can we
Finally.
skip that?
We won't spend a whole lot of time, I'm sure.
Finally.
So,
We won't finally. And it's more entertaining than the whole season of Love is Blind. I'll say
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
This last
very
season.
much so.
Very so.
So
We'll put that out there right away.
Yeah, already. There's
Yeah.
lots to discuss.
Just 2.5-ish episodes.
Yeah, that we got
Yeah.
through. So
Yeah.
you guys ready?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's hit it. Action. Welcome back to the Island of Reality podcast. Escape the reality of the world we live in and get into the world of reality TV. I'm one of your hosts, JC at Squint84 on Twitter. If it's back up from the quote massive cyber attack, joining me is my beautiful wife, Tina.
Hola.
What's going on, guys? Ryan D, Ryan 680, and my beautiful wife.
Yeah.
You could just hear the eye roll in that.
I know. God damn.
Anyway.
Thank you. You could just hear the eye roll, guys. Yeah.
I
But I'm Angela
And we
Thacadia.
see a cat.
Yeah,
Yeah. See ya.
She's joined us. Special guest starring.
that's all right.
Wow.
Well, y'all can't see her. It's audio. But anyway. Yeah, I say that about the cyber attack. 'Cause I don't know if you know, like Twitter was down most of yesterday because what Elon called a massive cyber attack, but whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that, but I'm not really on X anymore, so
Yeah.
no
So-
skin off my bones.
Oh, I was very just like, why isn't it working? Why is it not working? Refresh. Yeah.
We need
No.
to just get a Blue Sky account. We've already got a Facebook and a Twitter. Now we just gotta, So.
Well, there's also Threads that took over the
but that's under the
alternative.
Yeah.
Yeah, they took the alternative of X.
do Red Note.
That's why people. Oh, Red Note.
Jesus.
Red Note. Or what's the? We
I
can
don't
bring
know if they'll allow
back the.
content on there, man. They're
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, what was it? What was the other one? Oh my gosh, what is it called? Reddit. You can do Reddit.
Reddit, yeah,
Reddit.
Reddit.
There you go.
Yeah. Reddit.
Reddit.
The Wild West.
Reddit is still popular.
I love Reddit.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, as I said in the cold open, we're going to talk all about the weddings. The long ass episode of the weddings, by the way, an hour and 44 minutes. Jesus Christ. Of Love is Blind
Too
season
long.
8. Some of the drama that went down the reunion, and it's been a lot of time because I feel like we can analyze so much about the first couple episodes of Temptation Island. For those wondering, our plan is really to talk about like 2, maybe 3 episodes at a time on Temptation Island. Really spread this out. I know if you guys, by the time you're listening to this, all 10 episodes will be out on Netflix of Temptation Island. But we're going to really spread out our discussion of it kind of to make this last for us. Like, we don't want to just watch it all in one go. We want to, like, enjoy this, you know. So I
Yeah.
mean, maybe hopefully last
Savor
up.
it. We want to
Yeah.
savor it, you know?
Savor
yeah.
it, let it last for a month and stuff. and
Yeah.
see
Marinate
if they,
it. Marinate it.
Yeah,
You know?
because
Yeah.
even we were talking about it off camera. Like, this is new to us. Like, you were usually
Yeah.
used to week by week for how many weeks? 10 weeks.
10 weeks.
Yeah. So to have all of it at once, I feel like because it's so good, I'm gonna want to binge it and then be like, now what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now what?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait for a reunion. So maybe by the time we're done talking about it, they'll
Yeah.
have a reunion episode out there filmed or something. Who knows?
That'd be
you know?
great.
Maybe.
I'm hoping.
Wonderful.
I'm hoping. So
Fingers crossed.
yep. So I know Tina's super excited to talk about Love Is Blind, but
I'm so excited.
I feel like we're all there, Tina.
yeah.
So, what, 5 minutes? Go.
Well, I will say our predictions were pretty bad.
Yeah.
Anyone
Kind of always are.
That's putting it
Well,
lightly.
anyone shocked that Joey and Monica did not end up married?
Yes.
Do those again?
The golden retriever, whatever
You
they
call
call
them
it.
the German Shepherd.
That was one of their
German
G dogs. Yeah, I know. So
I was like, German Shepherd.
Yeah.
Like, oh, golden retriever.
yeah.
A
So,
little
Yeah.
shocked.
Yeah. I'm shocked that they were what they say friend zoned. Like
Yeah.
they both
Oh.
of them.
that was wild. Yeah. So
But I also am curious how Joey was like, oh, I felt like it couldn't go past that because of her sister.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
what? That
I
doesn't-
feel like a lot of these people rely a lot on their sisters, apparently.
Yeah. On their
opinions.
sisters and
like
what
the family, which is fine.
and
Like,
what other people think.
it's fine to
Yeah.
be like you want their opinion. You
Yeah.
want
Mhm.
But
You,
it's like
value, you
they're
value their
only-
opinion. Yeah.
Only their opinion. It's like, what?
It's like their opinion is absolute. And I'm
Or
just
like
like,
they-
what?
Like they can't
What?
think for themselves. Like,
Yeah,
Grow
get to
a
David in a
pair.
minute.
Grow
We'll
a
get to
pair
David
of
in a
fucking
minute.
balls. That's all I'm fucking saying. Like grow a pair of damn balls. That's all I'm saying. But whatever. I'm
yeah,
just saying.
angry.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm
I
saying.
agree. I was pretty surprised that they were not. one of
Excuses.
the
You don't
couples.
all the whole men. Excuses. You're not fucking ready. Admit it. That's all I'm saying. That's the
Yeah.
hard truth.
Cop out.
That
Cop
is
out.
the ugly truth.
Yeah.
From Draw Butler from that one
We'll
movie.
continue this
Yeah.
conversation with David.
Truth.
Go on. Did you guys? Because I think we all predicted that they would. Joey.
No, we
and
thought they were the
Monica.
sure thing. They were the first
Yeah,
couple.
I thought so too.
They were the
Yeah.
first
I thought
couple
so.
shown to be engaged. It was like a great reveal. They're happy-go-lucky. They're just their energies kind of match each other when they met families, all that. So to see like what feels like one minor thing change, all of it is just kind of crazy to me. But
Yeah,
They
that's
said
really-
that, and also I believe they said physical, like not what did she say? Not lusting over him or something like that, or
I
like
don't know. Like it was very
no physical attraction.
friend zony.
Like there was no
Yeah.
like implementation on the guy to. She was pretty much insinuating like he didn't want to be with her in a sexual way, so like it was already a red flag, and then of course sister thing added on, of course, before all that, so it just excuses and everything. I really don't know.
I do
why.
though like
Yeah.
him still, and I like her still. I just
Mhm.
wanted a different outcome from them, but that's fine. If
Mhm.
they weren't meant to be, that's totally fine. I hope they find their people and what they want
Yeah,
in the future because they're both good people.
yeah. They seemed it. At first, it kind of seemed like they were ending it genuine, and then obviously we have the reunion. We're just like, gosh, okay.
Yeah, I
Yes,
didn't
it
see
wasn't.
that. Yeah,
There
it
was so
wasn't-
much
it
more, and
wasn't as
And she was like, "Well, he was
neutral.
talking to another girl, DM'd another girl." I'm like, God, man.
Yeah, that was crazy.
What the
That
heck?
their versions of
Yeah.
like talking. So like,
This is my
yeah,
truth,
that was-
but he has his
Yeah.
truth. But this is my truth.
Yeah, that
I'm
was,
all like,
I
damn.
hate when they say that. My truth, my truth. No, that's your series of events. That's not even a truth. So
Yeah.
Devin and Virginia end up not together. We discussed it as saying that a lot of it was going to be the prenup thing. That might have been an issue. Turns out that was part of it. And also really the politics thing. Virginia was very much trying to have that conversation with Devin. We saw that in a previous episode, and he was just kind of like, I mean, it is what it is, So, and then apparently the reunion, Virginia mentioned that she found a note from an ex-girlfriend the night before the wedding,
Yeah. And he was trying to say, "Oh, that's my best friend," or "It's a good friend."
Yeah.
dating one of his groomsmen. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, dude, that's not
Yeah.
the same.
So,
I think I think I had said I didn't think that they were going to make it. I do think
Yeah.
Mhm.
initially I thought
remember
it was
that.
going to be that prenup thing, but I think the religion thing really got was really the main of it because she kept going on like he wouldn't have those conversations with me. And I was telling Ryan,
Mhm.
you know, I think she had said like when she asked him those questions, he was like, I don't have an answer to that. I don't know. I don't know how I feel.
Yeah.
I don't have a stance. And I'm like, well, everyone has a stance. Everyone does.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
just how vocal you want to be with it. And I feel like if you are marrying someone, you should have that discussion. Even if
Yeah.
you don't completely agree with each other, you should still at least talk about it so you know where you stand.
For
Yeah,
sure.
I agree.
Mhm.
I agree. And she was just lingering on to his responses that they weren't very clear either at the same point,
Mhm.
but I felt like that he wasn't very vocal on his decision making either. So I would say it's both their faults. Again, we go back to like, is love really blind, and does it give you, is the weeks that take you to know someone take you to answer the right questions before you leave the pods,
Yeah.
take you to
Which I
where
think it was
development and all that,
Yeah, I agree. I think they just both weren't ready. And again, nothing like I don't think they were bad people in any means. I just think again, it's just they weren't right for each other.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Ben and Sarah. This one was wild.
That one was wild.
That one. We talked about it like, hey, this with the LGBTQ issue, him going to church, her sister being lesbian, like her sister's lesbians and married. That's a major issue for her. And I think early in the pods too, there was always a discussion about like uh, his thoughts on Black Lives Matter, the George Floyd murder, which was in their backyard. They're in Minneapolis, so
Yeah.
but you know they got through that, and then of course there was the whole TikTok thing about Ben that he kind of just brushed off, like whatever, and that seemed to come to light. But it took a wild turn where they seemingly said we're not ready yet to get married at the altar.
Right.
That's where it was. Like we'll talk about it. And it was revealed at the reunion that they had dated. They continued to date for a couple months, up until the point where Sarah had to go to Nashville. Ben was supposed to go there, but after she left, he pretty much ghosted her and
Yeah.
was done with it.
Coward.
Yeah. Ben himself really didn't do any favors for himself at the reunion. Apparently, it sent some messages within a couple weeks when they were going to film, because I think the reunion was filmed shortly after the first batch of episodes was released on Netflix.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So that's pretty much where that, just give you guys a timeline. So at that point, you know, she basically he started texting her, just kind of touch base before the episodes came out, and she kind of said, you know, a lot of these were they weren't genuine. There were some rehearsed texts, until it's revealed that he was seeking advice from a past
former
cast member.
cast
The
member,
worst
yeah.
person.
And of all people, he's like,
life size Bender.
yeah, right. He's
It's
trying
so-
to hide it. She's like, screw it. It was Jimmy. Like, really?
Yeah, human
That guy?
bender.
That guy?
He was that guy. You sought advice from that guy. Like, oh my God.
Really? Yeah.
Of all the people of all the seasons, that guy. Oh my
Mhm.
God.
I know, the one that fucked up, picked the wrong choice. No,
I don't necessarily think he picked the wrong choice. I think he just didn't handle it right. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't stand Jimmy, but yeah. Anyways, I do think that Ben did fumble the whole situation with Sarah. I think she's a nice person. Even if they could have gotten past the religion thing, I think the fact that he ghosted her after they had come to the arrangement of you're gonna meet me in Nashville, and he just nope.
Had no
Scripted
plan.
apology. No
Yeah.
apology, no genuine apology. And I don't know. I agree with her. I think
Yeah.
she just wanted to be done with it, like wipe her hands clean. That's it. No mas.
Yeah.
It's good for her.
That's about right.
Do you have a feeling that those little TikTok videos that woman shared about Ben seemingly are going to be resurfacing and being talked about all over again?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I
mean, I'm-
Talk to your job.
thing on that show.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
hope so.
the episodes are all out. The NDAs are done. So who
Mhm.
knows what else is going to be revealed now at this point. So yeah.
Do your job, TikTok. Internet people, do your job.
Oh, I'm sure people all over Minneapolis, and I'm sure apparently he's messed up a lot of women's lives in the past. So I'm sure they're all going to come to light. I'm pretty sure.
Damn.
So
Dang.
let's hope the TikTok ban doesn't go into effect so that we can continue to catch up on all that stuff. Obviously, we know Dave and Lauren don't end up together.
She dodged a bullet.
She did.
Oh yeah.
Dave tries to apologize, realizing that this dude's comments were him just trying to get some clout from the show. Duh. I mean, the Netflix producers warned you about it before you started filming.
The
you know?
thing is, you believed them before you believed her. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hurtful. That's very hurtful. And I 100% see her side. Like, if you really, even if like your family does not necessarily agree with it, your fiance wants to chance to explain herself and change their mind and meet them and see if, you know, maybe meeting them will change things. And the fact that he just did not give her that chance,
Blew it off.
and the way he handled it to try to justify it, totally like, you deserve it, bro. Go away.
Yeah.
Yep.
Quickly before we reveal the one couple that did get married, there's a couple of, believe it or not, there were 2 other couples that got engaged in the pods. There's Brian and Kylie are still engaged at latest update for some news sites are saying. And Mo and Brittany being the, I believe she was the basketball player that Devin almost kind of was bonding with.
Yeah.
They got engaged, currently no longer engaged, but no updates further on whether or not they're still together. It just knows that they're engaged. But the one married couple we get is the one that almost didn't happen right after the pods. Daniel and Taylor, who had that whole, did you know what I look like? Follow me on Instagram, blah, blah, blah. And theirs just turned into just such a great relationship. Seeing them get excited for holidays, seeing them get excited for Christmas pictures of all things. They just bonded so well.
It started off so weird because
yeah.
knew him, but I could have sworn I knew him, and
Yeah, I'm
Because
glad
sworn
she
he
was-
followed me. He unfollowed me.
Yeah, I'm glad she got past that. Honestly, I'm glad she kind of let it go, and you know, they were able to move forward. Like, you're right. I think the more we saw them, I was like, yeah, they are really cute, and so I'm happy wishings to them. I hope it, you know, lasts, and I will say I would never have guessed that.
Yeah.
No.
They were not my guess to make it. I'm sorry.
I mean, I thought they would end up married. I really did. I just didn't think they'd be the only couple. That's what threw me off.
That's shocking.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, but hey, it is what it is. Apparently, in Minneapolis, they really do care what your family thinks about it, what your friends think about them. That seems to be the running up the theme this episode or this season. So,
no. Apparently, it's your sister.
Sister, yeah,
Yeah, sister values.
The sister holds a lot of power. And this is why I never had a brother.
My question is, do you believe? So I know on the show, Dave said, so they had brought up the letter thing. I think Nick had asked him like, "Hey, Lauren wrote your sister a letter. Did you actually give it to your sister?" And she's like, "Yes, I did." And they're like, "Okay, well, how did she react?" And he's like, "Well, it didn't change anything for her. It didn't do anything." And I'm like, do you think that he really did give her that letter, or he's just
I don't think so.
Dude, caught him on the lie.
Or he did, and she didn't read it, but she said she read it, but she didn't read it.
Yeah. I don't think she did.
Yeah, I don't think she read it, or I don't think he gave it to her.
I'm more leaning to her. He didn't give it to her.
For all we know, she's one of those sisters like no one's ever good enough for my brother.
Yep.
Could be like that too.
It's fine. You want the best for
Yeah.
people, like your family. You want it, but I do think for being a 34-year-old man, I think he lets his sister run his life a little bit too much. Like, again, it's one thing you want the blessings of your family. You want them to approve of who you choose for a life partner, but it's another thing to be like, oh yeah, my sister let me go on the show.
Yeah,
Dude,
like,
that
what the
was
hell?
weird.
you're 30 something.
weird.
On the show,
That
and I
was
didn't tell
weird.
my sister she didn't let me go.
Seriously.
And then I finally convinced her, and I'm like, oh my god.
Do you have like some terminal illness and she has power for attorney over you? Like what's going on here? I don't understand it. So
Yeah, two completely different things, and I just
Sisters
no.
did hold a lot of power.
I'm like, why? If you, for me, what's also crazy is that's the same guy. Dave's the same guy that at the very beginning when they started dating each other, he's like, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what she said. Oh, how old are you? 30. Oh, something's wrong with you, or you're not
Yeah.
attractive anymore. What?
Like, for me, if that's my family, like if my brother was doing that, I would be appalled. I'd be like, "Oh my god, you need to shut up and not do
Yeah.
that or say that." Like, I don't know how she could be supposedly the sister could be so offended by Lauren's behavior of hooking up casually, but not offended by what her own brother is saying on the show publicly about women.
Mhm.
And
For sure.
I don't see it. Like, I don't know.
I don't know either. It's just wild.
Mhm.
It's funny, like you see these seasons of Love is Blind, and I feel like you get a glimpse into how people are in these towns. And I don't know. Tina's been saying it all, talking about this. I guess people in Minneapolis, they all look alike, This
No, I mean,
The different fonts.
yeah.
either that or they just like picked people that looked alike to confuse us.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know. I feel like they picked a lot of people that were very similar looking.
hmm
I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe it is just the demographic there. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it's I agree with you. I think the joke of the guys who were like the 5 different fonts was pretty funny.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was good.
Pretty much.
As I understand it, season 9's already being like edited. Season 10 may have already been filmed. I don't know
It's
what
so boring
cities.
in this one.
I'm just waiting for them to bring Love is Blind to like San Antonio or something.
Yeah.
Just
Austin, or no, they had Austin.
they had Austin for the
Yeah, they had
ultimatum. For
Yeah.
that's a little different.
Imagine Love is Blind, like, in Valle,
Yeah, the entire valley.
The valley.
Yeah.
Nobody went to that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I do think it
wild.
was weird though because they announced the next season. I think it was a football player from
Ultimatum,
Minnesota.
Yeah, that was
and-
weird.
Yeah,
He-
and then he
no.
was like passing the
The
buck
ball to Denver, and I was
to
just
a guy
like,
from the Denver Broncos.
it's like, man, what
football
the hell?
team.
That was
He's
weird.
like, oh, the next season's gonna be on in Denver.
Denver, and
I
I'm
was
just like,
"Ah, that's
okay.
kinda weird."
Denver could
Kinda
be
weird.
interesting.
Mm.
I mean, weed
I
is
just,
legal
I just
there.
thought the promotion of that it was a football player was kind of weird. I was
That's
like,
what
what
you
does
got-
football have to do with Love is
It was
Blind?
different. I was like,
kinda
oh, okay.
Weird. Oh, it's okay.
Denver's a sports town, I guess. I don't know.
So
They're
much.
trying to. Oh well, it's
Minnesota.
The deal Netflix has.
I mean, Minnesota has
It's
the
the deal
Vikings,
Netflix
but
has with the NFL. Now they stream some NFL games and stuff.
oh,
that's probably
prob-
why.
that's
Yeah, because
probably
I
what it
think
is.
the
Oh, that makes
men's
sense.
Mhm.
men's bachelor party was.
See, it would have made more sense if they gave
Mhm.
it to like a WWE guy or someone like, or someone in the wrestling, because I feel like the
I don't think
knowing
anybody's
that
from Denver. though.
Yeah, I don't have
stream-
anyone from Denver. I mean, WWE can be from anyone, but if you're trying to like point to a certain city, you kind of want like a
Football.
sports star there,
yeah.
So, and football being in the off season, it's like the easiest one to use right now. So,
Yep.
all right, well, that wraps up another season of Love Is
Thank
Blind.
God.
Y'all think this is like the worst of the 8 seasons thus far
Yes.
on the U.S. side?
Worst? No.
I don't.
Most
I don't.
boring? Yes.
I don't
Most
see the
boring. I'll
worst.
agree with that.
Yeah.
Not the worst, because there's been worse as far as entertainment and drama and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
definitely the most boring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So-
Sorry.
I
No
would agree
offense.
too.
but
Sorry.
yeah,
Not sorry.
boring.
yeah. So,
Well, hopefully they learn. That's all. That's all. That's the difference between Max and Netflix: quality versus quantity.
I
Mhm.
do
That's true.
miss Max reality shows. I do.
I do as well.
Yeah.
I still watch. We still watch Instagram things and TikTok things of Kate and Chad from that
Yeah. We
one
still. Yeah.
about Christmas.
12 dates of Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
But I
hilarious on
also feel
TikTok,
like-
by the way.
oh.
So,
I also feel like the other Netflixes were in like bigger cities, and I'm not saying because Netflix is a big city, but I feel like they were all like, I don't know how to explain it.
well, it's a combination of things like,
More well-known cities.
yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
I think a lot of it tends to stem from that lawsuit that Kinetic Content Netflix got sued over about how, past cast members joined this lawsuit, essentially a class action about how poorly the conditions are when they're on the cast, how bad they're treated, they're sleep deprived, they're
Yeah.
basically fed alcohol. They set up situations like that, like people getting sick over it. And the Houston season was damn near abusive, where they just completely, one couple they chose, they completely cut her relationship with her fiance out because it was really bad. And they tried to silence her whenever she spoke about it, and that didn't work out very well.
Damn,
And there
Netflix.
were points in this season where they were talking, the cast members were talking about how people are just going to say stuff to try and take advantage. Like, I don't know. It feels like I don't know if it was those were stage conversations, or I'm sure some of it is, they producers try and put them in situations, but they're talking about how things are how people are trying to get them for clout and stuff. And it's almost like they were trying to defend Kinetic Content, Love is Blind, Netflix about the situation that they're in. They're talking very nicely about how they're not being forced into anything. I don't know. It was subtle. And if you don't know all the backstory of the lawsuits and all the stuff that they're having to deal with, you may not have caught that.
Yeah,
So yeah, but I don't know. Well, let's move on to the show we've been anticipating for such a long time. We've been waiting for this for a
Not
while.
boring at all.
No. And dare I say, I'm loving the fact that we get more than 40 minutes without commercials per episode. I will say that there's so much more they pack into it. Yes.
The origin of our show, really.
Temptation Island. I want to say this is season 5 of the reboot since it first debuted. Re-debuted, I should say, on the USA Network.
You're not gonna tell me. You're not gonna forget me.
Yeah. Well, we haven't heard that song yet.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought
It did suck not hearing that song to open up the series.
That was bad.
Although not that version of the song, I should say. Yeah. So, little back on that song. There is the actual song does play at the end of the first episode when the credits start rolling. The original version, but when they were putting the show, they wanted to use it for the USA debut. They remixed just that refrain for it, and it perked out perfectly. I wish they would bring that back. Maybe they'll surprise us with it at the end. Who knows? But we get introduced to the 4 couples. They're treating them all nice. Helicopter rides, Jeep rides.
That was
cool. That was cool.
Yes.
Yeah, that's different. Instead of the
Yeah.
boat ride, where they all, because didn't they before used to all share the same boat going?
Yeah, they used to
Usually that's how
be
they did
on
it.
the
So I don't-
same yacht. It was a yacht.
I don't know if they're on Hawaii. They haven't said where they are exactly, have they?
No,
It gives Hawaii.
I
though.
mean,
It
I would
has, like,
assume
it's
a-
Hawaii
it has a
because
luau.
they had a luau and everything. So
Yeah, maybe it's not Maui. The villas look different.
again, just
So I-
assumption. We don't know, right?
Yeah, it
we
looks
don't know.
different.
Mhm.
There are some things I've noticed that are different than what we're used to, and I'm curious
Right.
to see what other differences we see as we progress further.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're still in Maui. They're probably different villas because those bedrooms look really nice. That the
The
cast
singles,
members have.
or the
Yeah.
couple people, yeah.
the couples, yeah. We got Shantae and Breon, Ashley and Grant, Alexa and Lino, Taylor and Tyler, sitting there talking about how they were worried about their relationships, and that's like that. Well, you should be. You're bringing your significant other onto fucking Temptation Island of all things. What did you expect to come of this?
And I think
Yeah.
it's I think out of the men, 3 out of the 4 men have had infidelity issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's
From the
Interesting.
jump.
Yeah.
And
It's
one
Yeah.
definitely
of the
interesting.
no?
Yeah, one of the
I think
females,
what- I don't-
Alexa, right?
yeah.
yeah, I don't think
yeah.
she cheated per se, but she wasn't honest about her relationship status. So she was dating 2 men exclusively at the same time.
Well, technically, that is cheating because you're
Yeah.
technically dating 2 guys when they don't know.
Yes. But I think that's very interesting that
But were they
all of these
inclusive?
couples
Hmm.
have at least one partner who has some shady infidelity past.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see how many of these couples
Yeah.
have to, if we're one thing I will say, I want to see if we're gonna have another David situation with the threesome.
Jesus.
Oh, it looked like that
Yeah.
from the teaser for the rest of the season. We were gonna get something,
Yeah,
So-
because so I'm not fond of the men in this season.
I don't think
Okay.
I don't think we're ever fond of the men.
I don't
We are because
Oh, are you
one
talking
guy-
about the singles? You're talking about the couple?
The cast.
The
The cast.
cast, the
Yeah.
cast.
Cast. Okay, we'll talk
the
about
only one that I think is any moderately okay is Lino. The other ones just annoy me so much. I'm sorry. Just the way they say, the way they talk. I think it's Breon and Grant that are the most annoying for me because they're very much they can dish it. So they're very flirty and they're very like stuff like that, but they can't take it. and
Very
it was
true.
very apparent in a lot of like
Just
the
the
interaction.
Hmm.
The bonfire, the reaction to the bonfire, and I'm like, what, really?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Not
that was
even
funny.
that. Like, so when we first see like the couples get introduced to the singles, like
Oh yeah.
you could see the men's
look-
reactions,
the
the
look,
looks,
man,
and
that
the
was
comments
great.
and stuff. And so, like for example, Grant, I think he had made a comment like
Yes.
that he gave off a vibe, like a flirty vibe, when the couples were introducing
Mhm.
themselves, or the singles were. And then when it came to the first dates, where they're picking the first date in front of their other person,
Oh yeah.
That's always my favorite
she
part.
she picked the date. Ashley picked the date, and he had like, "Oh yeah, I knew you would go for arrogance. You chose arrogance, unlike me,"
Yeah.
or something like that. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
and
dude,
And then she's like, well, you are very
you
arrogant.
were a very arrogant.
And he just was
yeah.
like, what? Like, I'm not.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
very.
you are.
Yep.
And I think I read on the little script of like meet the couples, like the little promo, that one of the things he was worried about is what she's gonna say about their relationship on the show. That's the big thing for him. And I'm like,
All he
dude,
cares about is his like ego.
appearance,
Mhm.
ego. And
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you need to take a look into the mirror.
Yeah,
yourself.
like
Yeah,
Yep.
it's just,
for
I
sure.
don't know, it's too much. He's too much. He's drama.
And I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh man.
I will say though, I liked the I still love the catchphrases, the one-liner pickup lines.
So
Oh,
I
yeah,
Yeah.
they were
not only the
hilarious.
pickup lines, but Mark's reaction to them this season.
Dude, yes,
Yeah.
like that was
Yes.
great. Like there was the stretch one was the best.
Oh yeah,
I was
the
like,
man
dude,
who was like,
you
"I
know,
will stretch out your women" or
I was
something.
stretch out your woman. And she's like,
Yes.
she's already stretched, and he's like, oh,
And that's the one that got picked of the day. And he's like,
yeah. Oh,
I'm here to
man.
fill all your girls' holes. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was
dude.
great, man.
Yeah.
That was fucking great.
And
That is some great TV.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Stretch
some of-
that, stretch it.
so a lot
It's
of the
like I'm here. What does he say? I'm gonna blow.
Oh,
Yeah,
on
and
the
then
girl,
yeah,
the
you-
girl
Well,
out of this world. I'm all like, hell yes. The girls
Yes.
were really good too, man. Oh,
They're so-
their line
I
who had
do-
the better pickup lines? The girls or the guys this
The
time?
guys
guys.
Yeah.
definitely did. The girls were okay. Like there was a few that I was like, that's great, whatever.
Yeah. I'm
Guys,
thinking-
like one after another, which
yeah,
is
I guess the guys stuck
I
longer.
do feel though the girls were more catty about like
Yeah.
you're gonna lose your man to me, whereas the guys are like, this is what I could do. Like
I'm gonna lay
here for
down
the
more
time.
than just blueprints. You know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a
Yeah.
good
Yeah, so
one.
it's
There
not,
you go. That was
it's
a
not
good one.
necessarily a jab for like the women,
like,
like I'm gonna steal your
I'm-
man kind of jab.
I'm a
as the
project-
women were.
Yeah, I'm a project
He's a project manager.
project manager, you know. I'm laid down blueprints. I said, damn.
Yeah, like, they were more clever.
That was
I thought
good.
they were clever, and it reminds me of like
more clever.
yeah, and it reminds me of like a couple like seasons before. A lot of the puns had to do with like their jobs.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
I felt like the women's weren't that much. Like I think the one with the dentist, where she's a dentist, that one was kind of
Oh,
like
I can't wait to
being all up in your man's mouth or something.
Oh
like
yeah.
that.
I'll be up in your man's
be
mouth.
all up in your man's
Hell
mouth.
yeah.
I was like, oh, that just sounded
Love
gross,
that.
but at the same time, I was like, okay,
Love that.
sexual, but it doesn't sound that great. yeah,
But I will say I did like the pickup lines. They were pretty funny.
they were.
Mhm.
I kept telling JC, like, look at Mark's reaction. Mark was just like cracking up.
Yeah.
That was the greatest.
I'm loving we're seeing more of his like comments there. Like with that girl
Yeah,
made
they never
the
used
girl
to
made
show him.
the girl made some comment about Thanksgiving and she brings all the yams and
Oh
he's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
let's
Oh,
give thanks.
that was the
Yeah.
great. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Cheeks, man. Cheeks.
Yeah.
Man,
Mark's
shit.
funny. I love Mark so much, and I
That's
really
so good.
really want him to continue this
So much
as well as other shows.
so much temptation on that ass. Man, that guy was funny. He was all like, man, it's a lot of ass.
Oh, yeah, he's like,
He was
I'm a sucker for
"Dude, I'm a
ass."
sucker for ass. So am I. So
Although
am I, bro.
I will say though,
But
that
damn.
whole thing about the introduction, I really like the bracelet situation where they
Yes,
the
that's new.
singles. Yeah, that's new.
that
That they
was
could
really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
choose like give it to someone they
Yeah.
were like.
Who are the on
Immediately.
first impression who they're most attracted
Yeah,
to? which is kind of
what's her name? Had a lot of them. She had like 6 or
Ashley.
7.
Ashley?
Yeah,
at
dude.
six
All
ass.
I'm saying is that on that first appearance that we got out of her, again, they're tired, probably jet lag. At first I was just like, but then whenever she went to the bonfire, I was like, oh man, okay, there we go. So
No,
she was different.
I thought they were all
She looked
beautiful,
different.
but for me, I
Yeah.
just think she's just over it. I think the
She looks
guy
way
is
more-
so draining on
Yeah,
her.
I know. Yeah, I was about to say that. So she looks way more prettier and better when the guy's not around. I was just
Mhm.
like, and there's a reason for that, right? There's a reason for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
There's a deeper reason, deeper meaning behind it, and so
But I really thought that was a neat touch, like a new thing to see. That was pretty
That-
cool.
I did
Yeah.
like that. That was something new. It kind of gives the singles the power in the beginning, you know.
Yeah.
Gone is when the last season that they aired, they actually gave the couples one more night together before they split them up. They got rid of that, brought back, hey, you met the singles, now here's your last few minutes or whatever moments.
They had the night to themselves, right? Before the
Yeah, because I think Ryan
Yeah.
had mentioned like, oh, are all the women going to bed right away? And then it panned to the men's veil, and it was the
Yeah.
same. And I was like, oh, maybe the singles aren't there yet.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that was new too, where they had
was new.
actually moved in the next
Because
day.
before they just threw them into the fire, like here come the singles, you know. So
Yeah.
but that's definitely a change. Obviously, someone mentioned ass and all that stuff. The bikinis are a lot smaller now that they're on
Mhm.
Netflix.
A lot-
Yes.
That's
So
pretty
weird.
obvious.
a lot
Yes. Yes.
It's like
Oh, sorry.
Ryan's reaction, yes.
it's like
Yes.
for Tia and I, when Love Island was moved from CBS to Peacock, there's a lot more,
Oh, yeah,
skimpier
Love
bikinis or Love Island, excuse me.
You can
So,
tell it's
yeah.
Netflix. I'll say that.
Yeah,
Yeah. It was
Um,
good TV. Good TV.
but you just
Better watch your words.
That's your beautiful wife next to you.
yeah.
No.
So I'll give the floor right now to Angela and Tina.
Well,
Give us your thoughts on the crop of single men on this episode, on this season.
So there are several, not several, but there are more than one that Ryan was like, "Oh my god, they're beautiful." And they
Wait,
are.
what?
They're all
Come on,
beautiful.
the single men.
Single
The
men,
women.
single
Oh.
men.
The
Yeah.
women.
Single men.
Oh, the men. Let's talk about the women. The men. I didn't actually love any. Like they were. I mean, they're all conventionally attractive, sure, but none of them stuck out to me.
Yeah.
What do you think, Ryan?
What?
Do you think
About the
any of them-
guys?
about the guys?
But the guys, no, I don't care. I'm not,
No, but are there any that you think that I would?
I
be
don't
like,
check
oh,
out guys. I mean,
attractive?
I don't know.
I don't think they're not my type. That's not to say that they're not
Yeah.
attractive. They are, but
Well, like-
that's not my type. Sorry.
When your
Sorry,
wife
sorry.
asks you, "What about the guys?" I don't know. I'm not attracted to guys, so I don't know. I mean, no. What was that one guy? He's kind of short. Oh, the one with the what was he wearing? Remember you were like, he said a comment, and that's probably the one that stuck with me. Gosh, what's his name? It was the one that was it the stretchy? He was kind of short black hair, tattoos.
I think that's the stretched out guy.
That is the stretch out guy. Yeah. What about him? I thought you said he's good.
If I had to pick one,
Oh, okay.
I
Never
guess
mind.
so. But again, I there wasn't anyone that like stuck out to me like ding, like
Yeah.
hotness.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the same
Yeah.
as for me. I was like, they were good looking, but some of them too, like their hair styles were questionable.
Yeah.
It's like the first thing she looks at: the hair,
Yeah.
the eyes. You
'Cause
know.
I'm
Yes,
very
yeah.
much I like guys with hair, so like I'm not very attracted to bald guys in general.
Yeah.
And then their haircuts are very like how I dare say some of my high school kids have their hair like that. And
Oh,
what is it, the faux hawkish kind of mullet hair? You know that kind of hair?
Okay, are you
Can't
talking?
stand that hair.
Are you talking about the one that was like
Yes.
22?
Yes.
Because there was one that was 22 and I first saw him. I was like, he looks like that singer Benson Boone who had that one famous song on
Yep.
TikTok.
Yeah,
And
so
yeah.
I saw him and I was like, oh, he has like a really nice face. He looks good looking, but his hair.
But that
I
hair,
can't get
though.
past his hair.
But
the
that hair.
hair.
I teach
hair.
high school kids and I can't get past that hair. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
ew. What are you, 15?
Just
Right.
showing your age, dude.
Yeah, too
yeah.
young.
Mhm.
Too young. Yeah, I'm pretty much the same as Angela. They were attractive, but I wasn't like, oh my god, that guy right there. You know, though,
I know Ryan had a
though
few for the women.
Though the Princeton,
Huh? What are you talking about?
I think Tina was most attracted to the Princeton guy.
because I like smart guys.
Yeah.
So when she said I have 2 degrees from Princeton, I was like, oh,
He's an
hello.
athlete, you know, muscles.
I don't know if I would have anything in common with him, but like that was attractive to know. Oh man, this guy's pretty smart.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, I
So-
don't know. I'm a sucker for a smart person.
No,
So-
that's just your
And
type,
he's a
bro.
good-looking guy. Sure enough, why not?
Yeah.
So that would be mine probably. Though the guy with the colored eyes, I think he was mixed. He was very
Let me
attractive
find the
too. He
names
was
here.
just skinny. He was just too skinny for me. I'm like, he's too skinny.
No, I was the opposite. I didn't find him attractive. I like the eyes. I'm a
Yeah,
fan
yeah.
of the eyes, but no,
You're
I
talking
didn't.
about Quentin.
I think so.
Yeah, he was cute. He just I don't know. He doesn't.
Yeah.
The body type
Again,
looked like-
But again, they're not all they're not ugly by any means. It's
oh
just
no,
not
they're
our
great.
type.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Not
like
our type, and I don't know. There was nobody that looked like JC, so there's that.
One of a kind. What can I say?
No, the tall guy, the 6'5" guy too. You know, I like tall guys.
he seemed nice, but I told Ryan I was like, he's a whole. I'm like 5'3.5", 5'4". He's like a whole foot.
Yeah, he can carry you everywhere. That's for sure. So I mean, yeah.
Can't do it. Sorry.
Now before we get
What about the women?
that's what I'm
You
asking.
didn't ask.
I'm about-
Can
can
I
I-
ask you?
Well, I want to get.
Brian, JC.
But we know our thoughts on the women. So
Hey, I'm not saying.
I want to ask.
Can I ask you?
You can ask us, but I want to get yours and Angela's thoughts on the women first.
Oh,
Yeah.
boo.
Okay, fine. Ask us first. That's fine. So yeah.
So Ryan and JC.
Sure.
Now that JC's allowed me to talk.
My bad.
Oh damn!
Shit.
What did you think of the women?
Netflix definitely has better quality casting of singles than NBC did in USA Network. That's for sure.
Damn
Ryan's
right.
like,
Damn right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say there's a God out there. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord.
Do you even
Hallelujah.
want to be married?
Yeah, let's slow down. Yeah, hallelujah, man. Hallelujah. That's all
They
I'm saying.
definitely were looking more on assets among personality of other things too with this one. That was evident with the bikinis and whatnot. So
They look like models.
they do all look like models, that's for sure.
Yeah, there was one girl. I think it was not Courtney. Oh, I forgot her name. She was like super tall and leggy. I was like, she's got to be a model. She's got to be a model.
Yeah, Courtney.
But I think she was no, it was the other one. It was another one. But she was the one that was going to be the dentist.
I
I don't remember her name, but I was like, she's beautiful, she's tall, she has long legs. I was like, man, she's got to be a model of some sort. At least thought about it because that girl, she has legs. for
Mia.
days.
Mia, dental
Yes.
assistant.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, man, she's beautiful, gorgeous, leggy girl. You could have fooled me.
Mm-hmm.
So, who did you think was the most attractive?
I'm looking at pictures right now because I have the site here pulled up. I should probably send this to Ryan too, so you might get asked the same question.
Oh, I know who he's told
Okay.
me.
Dang, already? I think I know who you would pick, but I'm not really 100% sure.
Who would you think you'll pick?
I forgot her name though.
Good. You pick. Yeah, I'm gonna let Tina look through, scroll through, and then see. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You're welcome.
Natalie. It was definitely one of them. Yeah, it was between Natalie and Mia.
Oh, really?
I thought she was cute too, and she's the only one that seemed to be there for the right reason. She's the only one that said she wanted to get married. Like that's why she was there.
Surprised about that one.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just liked the vibe she had on the show. So
Why you bring your phone
I
to
was. I
me?
don't know if you want to look at it again. Ryan, if you feel the need to answer this question with your wife right next to you, because she's already giving you the evil eye, which one did you find most attractive? I guess.
And I'm going to clarify this and put this on the record. It's not that he likes the women, it's how excited he is.
No.
While we watch the
Like,
show.
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
give me those
No,
fingers.
no,
I
not
know.
every
He was like,
time.
he was singing
No,
with
no, 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 no,
me
no.
and
Especially,
Red.
we gotta talk about the twerking here. The twerking here. You gotta appreciate the.
Oh,
You gotta
that
appreciate
Yeah.
the vibration of the ass. You gotta appreciate that because now,
Oh,
I mean, it
Jesus.
just.
Yeah,
You
but
gotta
I already know the
appreciate
two.
certain
I already know
things.
the two that he
There's a so like there's two that I'm trying to think. Okay, so
Get to it.
there's
that one.
okay, yeah, so it's Olivia
Olivia Ray.
Ray,
Because there's two Olivias.
Olivia
And
Ray,
Natalie.
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 But I'm liking the way I'm really liking the way Nikki is. We'll see. Personality wise, we just gotta see. We because for me
You didn't even
it's
notice her on
like
the show, bro. You
No.
didn't even notice her on the show.
oh whatever.
Come
To
on.
be fair,
Be
Nikki didn't get a lot of
realistic.
screen time, so I don't know if she's getting on.
Yeah, she didn't get enough screen
Yeah,
time, so therefore we gotta. I can't.
He's just looking on
I can't be
attractiveness.
Yeah.
character. There's definitely character here, and so I don't know. We'll see. I mean, the Olivia's 30, so Olivia Ray's 30 years old, so
And
Nikki's
don't talk like you have a
26.
shot, bro.
And Natalie-
Closer to your
Natalie-
age, I get
so
it.
one-
Closer to your age because you
Yeah.
old.
No.
How come there's no
No,
representation for
no,
40
so
somethings?
what-
Goddamn it, But I'm just kidding.
One of the key components here is that Natalie is 23, and I'm all like, what the heck? She don't even look 23.
Yeah, she's almost 10 years younger than us.
Yeah, like what the
Mhm.
heck? She's like our age. I mean,
know,
that's a good and bad thing, but
exactly.
there was
But
another
yet
girl.
you still want that.
There was here we go. There's another girl though that I was all like, she don't remember Angela. We were like, her age, and it was like, whoa, she don't look like that. She's like 22, I think, or something. We're
You're
like,
talking
dude,
about one of the couples?
no. We're talking about one of the single girls. Who was it? Man, I can't remember now. I can't remember who it was. But I remember we're like, what? That's her age. I thought she looked older than that, or she from her age. Unless it was no, it wasn't
Olivia
it wasn't.
S probably is 24.
No, well, was it Olivia S? Oh, you're right. It was Olivia S. Yes, that's who
Yeah.
it was.
Mhm.
That's who it was. Yeah, because she looked older than what she appeared at. I thought she was like 30 or 29 or around the late 20s. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
it's interesting that they some of these people, the singles, are
Yeah.
really young, like we're talking 22, 23.
I feel like that's what the new generation is coming up about, because we've seen that we were just talking about that in movies and TV shows where it's just like, yeah, like I cannot realize that he's that age. Like he looks older
I mean,
than what it appears. And yeah.
It varies. They're in their 20s. I mean, obviously the people in the couples are in their late 20s, early 30s, right?
Mhm.
Couple of divorcees. One has kids from a previous relationship.
Is that a first? I feel like most of the couples that we've seen before haven't had kids, even from previous relationships.
So the rule is the couples can't have kids together to come on the show. There's basic rules that they set up. They can't be married and they can't have kids together. Now, obviously, if they have kids from a previous relationship, that's different. But those are two of the basic rules when they cast Temptation on that they put in place. And I know this because the very, very first season back on the Fox days, 2001, there was a couple they found out later after they were already going through the process. You two have a kid together. You can't be on this show. Like, yeah, like that's a whole other thing they didn't want to deal with, and they've kept that going. But yeah, the couples themselves are in their late 20s, early 30s. The singles range from like early to late 20s, at least on the female side. I think there was a couple of guys that were in the early 30s as well. So
yeah, the guys is more spread out, but there are still some that are young, like Danny, the one that looks like Benson Boone. He is 23. I think there's another 23-year-old guy on here, but there are some. I think there's one that's like 36 too. So
yeah, I remember the 36-year-old. One of them picked him. Didn't
it's Quentin.
Quentin's
36.
like 36.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So
No, it wasn't him.
it's him.
No, is he
The guy
36?
that was 36.
No, it's him.
That's him.
It's
He's
pretty
the,
nice.
he's the
Yeah.
oldest one. He's the oldest one.
And he
That's why
does,
you like
and
him
it's
so much,
funny.
for sure.
He doesn't even look the oldest.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah,
No, he
the
doesn't.
other guys look older.
So
Yeah, even
No,
like
it
the
isn't.
project
Yeah.
manager guy with the I'll lay some blueprints for you or something like that. He's 30.
Oh, he's 36 too, but
oh Dan, yeah. But
Sense.
yeah. I think another thing I like seeing this is that they haven't, it seemed like when they're not really confined to the villa, right? You see them
Yeah.
kind of going out on town, having dinner at like restaurants and wherever the area
Yeah.
that they're in. I think that's cool. Like,
I
they
like that a
actually
lot more.
are getting to explore, with the singles
With their
a bit.
date or with their
Yeah, which I think is great. Before you're hanging out in the villa, you're getting a little bit of cabin fever, I guess, a bit, even though you are outside in paradise, right? But this time they were kind of getting to go around town a bit, which is kind of cool. So obviously they haven't introduced the light yet. They haven't
Obviously.
teased that. In the trailer, they showed us the tent where there's no cameras, and I'm
Ugh, I
assuming
can't
no
wait.
microphones.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah. We did get our first bonfire, and no more of this. You can watch it in private or you can watch it as a group. It's all as a group. They have a monitor much bigger than an iPad for them to watch clips on too,
Good.
Yeah.
right there on the floor. So, and man, they did a good job of taking some really out of context clips and making some drama out of it. Case in point, I think it's Grant showing a girl his bedroom, but nothing happened, but they kind of just teased that they walked in there. So, and Ashley getting all crazy about it. Was it Grant or I forget who it was, Grant or
No, it was
No, it was the other guy.
Taylor.
Taylor?
Taylor and
Yeah.
Tyler.
Yeah.
Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tyler. There we go. That's
Tyler.
the one. Sorry.
Yeah.
It was one of the blondes. That's all I remember. Yeah. So.
He's annoying too.
So yeah. I'll say this then. Who's the first guy and who's the first girl you think is going to cheat?
Tyler.
Tyler.
Tyler
He has
or
him in a room, like it's room.
I think either
Nice.
No,
Tyler
not
or
Tyler. Not
Breon.
Tyler. The Breon. Yeah, there you
Breon, yeah.
go. Breon, the one that wants a threesome.
No.
He's very adamant about that. He was bringing it up, doesn't he? So.
Oh, I
Yeah.
think for me, the thing I didn't like about him was he's talking about very personal issues. That's one thing to say, I wish my partner would open up more. I wish my partner
If he
would be
wants
more
an open
understanding, caring,
relationship or whatever.
But for him, it's only focusing
Yeah.
on is my partner's not sexual enough for
Like-
me. Like, and it's really
You-
intimate details that I would not want. Like, if Ryan were to be on the show, I would not want him to share bedroom details with other women. That's
anyone he
With
on the
anyone,
show.
really.
anybody. But yeah, so I'm like, why?
Yeah.
It's like day 2, and you're
already
you're-
connecting at that
you're
level. Yeah.
revealing
know.
that to women
And-
on the show. Like,
Yeah.
That's
And then
crazy.
he blames her for not being open up. Well, bitch, it's because you. That's why. It's because you
You're
you
a little
don't
much, dude.
and
Yeah.
you don't understand that. Yes, you're a sexual person. Like I'm more of a sexual person too myself. It's like you don't understand that your partner doesn't openly have an open discussion openly in front of everyone about sex this, sex that. You may be comfortable, but
And
your
that's
wife or
all he talks
husband or
about.
whatever isn't.
I don't
And so
think-
like and
I
so
don't
I,
think he'll-
and Mark brought up a good point though, was like sometimes sex is the main I think I'm gonna butcher it, but pretty much at the end what he said was like sometimes sex is the lesser value and you focus on the true values of love and everything and they outweigh your sexual desire. And I really, man, Mark just killed it in that point, and
Yeah.
I was just like,
I
damn.
feel like he
Yeah.
gave really hard truths to the men, and they
Oh,
had
yeah.
to swallow that
yeah,
and take it. And I loved it. I'm here
Yeah.
for it, and I really
Yeah.
want to see more of that still.
'Cause, yeah, was
I-
it Grant? Was it Grant?
Which one? Where he said what? I'm
He
trying to
said something because like he saw the clip and she's like, I don't want to be with that man. He's embarrassing. And
oh
all
yeah, that's
stuff.
great.
And then he
That was
goes,
Grant.
she needs to work on herself because she can't get over it or whatever. And it was like she, and then Mark was like, all I heard was she. What about you?
Mhm.
And I was
Yes.
like, yes, tell him.
Mhm,
Yes,
exactly.
Tell
Go-
him, tell
do it,
him.
Mark.
Exactly. And
get him.
and did we clarify? Has he had a threesome, or he just wants a threesome?
Breon has
Breon?
said he
Yeah, he
has
said.
had multiple.
Yeah.
Bro, like I
Which
mean,
again, okay. I don't judge people for their if that's what he and his partner end
Yeah.
up doing. If they open up the bedroom that way, that's fine. But very clearly, it's something that seems like that he's brought up to her and she shot it down, and he just can't get over that. And is like,
Yeah.
well, then you're not sexually enough for me. You're not,
Yeah.
Then why
exploring
are you
enough
with
for
her?
me.
That's what you really want, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and
yeah,
but it did happen where I think she had said at the very beginning, like he very quickly in the relationship, left her for someone else, and he quickly figured out the grass is not greener on the other side. And so he came back.
Yep.
And she said for a second it devalued her because
Yeah.
she felt like she wasn't enough to keep him to stay.
I don't know. I feel like that. Again, this is just a point of view. I feel like that he hasn't had a threesome. I feel like
It's
that
all
that's.
bullshit.
I think it's bullshit. I mean, just coming, from the side, I mean, it's hard to admit it, but like years ago, I did participate in something like that. So it's definitely where like, yeah, you don't, you try it, you want to try it, you experience it. Okay, cool. And
Well, he did brag about it. Saying he did it.
but I mean, how old is he again? How old is this guy again?
Oh gosh, 30 probably.
30s.
Yeah.
They're probably 30s.
Grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
damn.
I'm gonna grow up.
Like, come on, dude. Like, I get, I get 25, 26. And yeah, when I first did it when I was 18, I was like, oh man, I was excited. I was, I would brag, but come on, dude. It's time to grow up, man. It's time to grow up.
Well,
And
I think also like
and-
he already left her for somebody else.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he found out quickly
Yeah.
that's not what he wanted. He wanted her because she was providing so much more than just sex.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he just can't get over the fact that it's sex. And I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, like there's so much
But
more
I-
ways to be intimate with
Like,
somebody.
if you really
than
can't
sex.
control
feel-
yourself, watch porn. If you can't control yourself, I mean, there's other alternatives if you need be.
I
there's-
just feel
yeah.
like he's not going to cheat first because I feel like the women are going to get annoyed with him constantly talking about it. Maybe
Mm.
that's just me. I feel like Tyler and maybe even Grant are going to cheat first because they're already like, it's over. I'm done. They're not the women I thought they were because they said I'm not the one for them. Or, like they got butt hurt
Mhm.
really fast about the whole like, oh, they say that I'm not the guy that she thought I was and all this
Mhm.
stuff. And so I
Which-
feel like those
Because
two are
they're
like
realizing,
already gonna be
yeah.
like,
and
well, they gave me a reason now. Now I can do it.
Yeah.
and what's ironic about that is they're the ones who committed the infidelity in the relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
yet the women
now
are the
they have an
problem.
excuse.
But yet
Now
the
they have
women
an
are the
excuse.
fucking problem. That's all I'm saying.
That's
Like,
bothered. Yeah. So that
ownership.
that's why again, most of those men like Breon, Grant, Tyler,
What do
they
we-
annoy me because they have those
accountability.
mentalities of like the women is the problem. They need to solve it. I came on here to prove it.
Yeah.
So they need to be the ones to fix it
Yeah.
and not like let
They're
me
like,
grow on myself.
Oh, it's the
Yeah.
woman's fault. And it's
Like, why?
yeah.
Why? Like, yeah, exactly. And it's just like cut the bullshit. Hold the accountability. Hold it.
Yeah.
Hold it. Hold it. Where it's with whether it's the male or the female. Just whoever's fault it is, own it.
I will say the only couple of the men from the couples that doesn't annoy me like that is Lino.
Yeah.
For
I
now.
do for now. I do feel bad though that she kind of his partner Alexa has that concept of like, well, I don't need him. I don't want him.
Yeah.
I
that's
want to
kinda
have my own
weird.
life. And I'm
That
like,
was weird.
girl, he uprooted his life for you. He has moved to
Yeah,
Three
that's-
times.
Three cities.
That's insane. That's for the. I was
And
like,
for you to sit there and say
That's-
on national television
yeah.
that you don't need him and poise it as he's holding me back. I have these ambitions, these goals, these dreams, and I don't need him. And I'm like, girl, look what he's done for you. Like,
And
not
then
everyone would do
he
that.
even said it like the reason she has these ambitions and goals is because I've like suggested it to her. And
Yeah.
I've told her like you should do this, you should do that.
So,
I feel like she's just honestly. I feel like she's just not ready for a relationship.
Yeah.
I think she's still.
Well, I feel like
wo-
all of them are not.
I feel like she's very, very wounded because she's the one that was married, right?
I
Or
think she was
no?
one of the ones
She
that
was one of the
married.
ones that was married. She
Yeah.
was-
So
she
I feel like
married
there's-
young.
Yeah, so there's a
divorced.
lot of open wounds that are still not healed, that are still bleeding.
There's
I
also
would
the
I would
one-
even argue they're still bleeding out a little bit, and metaphorically, of course. And so
Yeah.
I just of the as far as like the couples that are the most not ready, I would say they are because of the fact that I think she still lingers on. Well, my husband did this. I can't trust him, so therefore I can't trust any man. He did this, and it just and I'm not saying that's
No, but she
fine.
was the one-
Hold on.
That's I'm not saying that's fine, but like that's fine. But like you need to really understand that you need therapy or you need something to get past it because obviously you're not ready to handle another relationship or another significant other to really come in and just trust them because you're always gonna have that little voice in the back of your head. why he's my previous husband did this, and like so therefore I can't trust him
also,
because
I think
of this.
well,
and,
she,
yeah.
on her part, had the dating exclusively issue where
yeah,
she was dating the two
Two
men.
guys.
The
Yeah.
two
yeah, but
guys,
she
yeah.
also, I don't know if in the bonfire she was explaining like how she was like, I have trust issues with this, with this, with this. And she kind of almost said like the reason that she got a divorce was because she was not faithful. It sounded like it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she
And
She
I was
mentioned
put
that.
it
like,
She
at
said
that.
she broke the hearts of her friends or family, or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like,
she,
wait.
so it sounded like she was was the one that committed the infidelity for the marriage.
Interesting.
And then she's just like, she was constant. She even said herself, I used to be like that, where I had multiple men
Mm-hmm.
dating me and being with me, and then she dated him, and she was still dating another guy at the same time, and they didn't know about each other. And I'm like, so it was her. It
Yeah,
sounded
and I think that's why also like she kind of annoys me too, because like it's like, again, it's fine to have those goals, dreams, ambitions, fine, but you have this man who's willing to uproot his life, start over his career, move with you to 3 different cities in a matter of years,
yeah.
and you're going to be on television saying, oh,
Oh, you don't-
I don't need you. And I feel like that's kind of disrespectful in a way, because I
Very
was like,
disrespectful.
you
After
have
all
this,
done,
yeah, and he got over the the infidelity
Mm-hmm.
part. He moved past it from what it seems. I know it's probably not still resolved, but still he moved past it. He's willing to move with her and start a life. So I get why he's upset. But again, she kind of annoys me because I feel like still like she's not taking full accountability for her
Right.
issue.
Yeah, and as me personally, as someone who has been cheated on in a relationship, not this one, it takes a while. It's a lot of hurt, it's a lot of pain, and it takes a while for you to fully heal, Interesting about, was this the couple that said there was no rules, no boundaries on the relationship? I'm trying to remember if this was
Can't
the one.
remember.
I
No,
can't remember.
wait, maybe.
Was it Alexa Lino?
I think it
No,
was.
no, but it was Lex Lino. Yeah, they had no boundaries because they didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't talk about it.
They
Or
came in
were
with the
just-
idea that
They didn't have.
it's
They didn't
meant to
know.
be-
We're supposed to be
Yeah.
single.
yeah, if we're supposed to be
Yeah.
single, we'll be single. Like immerse it, see where it goes. So I personally, I feel like if we want to get to who we think the first woman is that's going to cheat, I think it's going to be Alexa.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah, because she's
Lino was hurt obviously by her comments. Like I'd seen him before. I mean, deep down, I get it. Yes, I don't need
He
him
didn't-
to be career driven, but
he
you have to
didn't
say it that
react
way.
as badly as the other guys did.
Yes.
Like he was kind of like thinking about it internally and talking more like, yeah, okay, like I can't believe I'm hurt because she said that, and I've done all these things for her and all this stuff. And the other guys were just like, well, she did this, and she did. So it was completely different reactions from the guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was also funny that Lino was kind of like not gossiping, but he was kind of tuned into the chisme. Like, so when I think Tyler
Mhm.
brought the other girl and they were to go upstairs, he's like, him and the other girl Mia were looking, and then Mia's like, oh yeah, the girl said this and this. And he's like, oh, she said that right now. Yeah, she
Yeah.
said that right now. So I love that they were tuned into the chisme. That was so
Chismoso.
That's
funny.
funny.
She's
Yeah.
mozo. You don't know what that means. It means gossipers.
Yeah.
They're all about the gossip.
So
I thought that was hilarious. But I will say, out of the guys, he's, I guess, the one I'm rooting for
mhm.
for sure.
Yeah.
For right now, I agree with
For
you.
now.
Tim. For right now. For now.
Do you see any of these couples staying together when this is all said and done?
Nope. And I love it.
I hope. Well, okay. So we only know what we've read. We don't know the full extent to the relationship. But I feel like every single individual from the couples deserves to find a person better for them.
Mhm.
So there's obviously a reason why they're on here. They haven't worked out. There's reason why the men stepped out or whatever happened.
There's
But
so many reasons.
there's
Yeah.
so many reasons, and I just feel like I hope the women and the men find someone better fitted. Although I think there was a comment, was it Ashley made? I can't remember, about Grant, where she's like, oh, he's probably like this in all of his relationships, like he's toxic in all of his relationships. When I think that was the clip that they showed Grant, if you remember.
Yeah. I can't go over
He
her.
got-
She's always looks mad. I swear to God. So
I
She
feel bad for her
does.
though. I still
she
I feel
does.
so bad for her
Yeah.
though, because I feel like just a lot of the comments. If he could say that so brazenly on national television, how does he
Yeah.
talk to her and talk about her in closed
Mhm.
doors?
Yeah.
So I feel really bad for her. I really hope she finds compassion and kindness and understanding, and she does. Everyone, all the girls deserve it. So I just hope they find their people.
Mhm.
And for me, I feel like these kids.
We're not penalty.
What I mean is, like, these couples, I feel like none of them should be together in the first place.
No.
You're hearing their backstories.
Yeah.
Because I feel like somebody has been unfaithful at some point or another, and I just, me being me, I'd be like, I wouldn't stand for it. But that's just me.
I mean, Tyler was still legally married when he started dating Taylor.
Yeah.
The
That's
separation.
too much.
Yeah.
Too early.
Mm-hmm.
It's too
But
early.
it's
Yeah,
just like,
Tyler.
what I'm saying is, like, in general, like, all of them have had their issues and their problems, and maybe they're better people than I am, but I couldn't be in that relationship after, especially after the infidelity, because I just couldn't. I wouldn't be able to get it out of my head.
And I think what was also different about a lot of it was really early on.
Yeah.
So it would have
Yeah.
been a lot quicker to step away and move
Yeah.
on than if someone was like, "Oh, I've been with so and so for 3 years, and then
Yeah.
I caught them cheating." That's different.
Especially the one where she said, like, it was within the first month or so that he left, and then he came back, and I was like, oh, hell no.
Yeah.
That'd be second choice. Sorry, not gonna happen. So, I mean, but that's my mentality. They have their own mentality on it. I don't know exactly what happened, what didn't happen, and what else was said and done. So maybe there's more to the stories that we know. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like, in my opinion, just hearing their backstories, I'm like, yeah, none of y'all should be together right now.
Yeah, it's just not that they cheated; it's that their significant other took them back.
Yeah.
Like, their boyfriend or girlfriend took them back.
Or after all that, you're still like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It would not be fine.
Do you think it's possible that any of the couples will leave with someone they met on the island?
Ooh.
I think it's a higher possibility of that
I
happening.
could
Yeah.
see at least one person leaving with someone. I don't know who, but I could see at least one person doing that. After all this, after the very first few episodes, I'm like, dang, nothing surprises me anymore.
And I know we had said that we know for sure there's at least one person, one of the couples goes into this tent, right? Because it was the premise of you go in this tent and then the villa of the opposite villa will light up blue or pink, right?
Yep.
To signify that someone's being tempted. So
Let's get
we
it on.
we saw in the preview that happens at least once. Do you think, who do you think would be the person to do that?
Either Tyler or Grant.
I
The guy?
I don't know. I couldn't tell real quickly. I think we watched the preview, like the trailer, before we started the season, and they showed that. So I have to rewatch it to see if the villa lit up was the men's or women's. But I do agree with you, Tina. I think it might be a guy who does that.
If it's a girl, I'll be shocked. But at the same time, I wouldn't be shocked because.
That's could be Alexa for all we know. I mean,
Could be.
she's kind of going with no inhibitions, asking for lap dances, whatever. I mean, she's having fine, but if she keeps talking bad about Lino when, she's got her ambitions of wanting to be a nurse practitioner, fine. More power to you, great. But don't sit there and say, like, this guy hasn't supported you, or, like, you don't need him. Like, okay, fine. But tell that to his face, Like,
that's hurtful.
Yeah.
That's very hurtful. I'd be hurt.
very much.
I do think that at least the first episode, the first party that they had, I think the guys was more crazy and wild and fun than the
It
women.
always is, isn't it?
Yeah,
They
it always
just
is.
go nuts.
Always is, baby. Party. I was all like,
There's
The
always
girls-
whipped cream,
the girls-
chocolate syrup. There's always food involved.
the girls.
I
The
was
girls are
so
crying.
surprised they didn't show
The
more of the party footage in the bonfire.
The girls are all
Yeah.
crying. They're like, "Oh, we gotta come together."
It's like literally all the
And the guys are like, "What's up, bro? All right, let's get this party started."
Yeah.
Body shots.
I wanted
Shot,
them to
shot.
show the one thing I didn't see them show was Alexa asking a guy, "Give me a lap dance."
Yeah.
They didn't
Yeah.
show that. They just showed her saying, "I don't need him," which is fine. But I feel like all the women's clips were relatively tame compared to the guys. Like they're either
They usually
talking-
are early on. That's
Yeah.
the trend, right? The guys are wild and crazy, girls are tame, and as the season progresses, it flips. You know, girls like when they have the toga party, the girls are the wild ones and stuff like that too. So you know,
As they see more and more footage, and the guys are effing up, then the women will get more wild.
yeah,
Fall in line.
Can't
Yeah.
wait.
Yep.
Love it. I'm here for
Well,
it.
guess what? We
it's
don't
some
have
sort
to
of
wait.
mathematical ratio between how far they've apart there, how long they've been separated versus the amount of like, I don't know, sluttiness or partiness comes out of them. I'm not sure. So you know, but
And the funny thing is, we don't have to wait because they're gonna give all the episodes at once.
yeah,
Yay. Well,
But-
and then, again, I was gonna be like, I'm gonna binge all of it and be like,
yeah.
what now?
You know, yeah, it is actually midnight central over here. So let's see if they're even up yet. So, I mean, but
Nope, those are
officially, I'll go back to it.
Nah, probably 2 a.m. our time, I believe.
Is it two? Oh, so it's midnight West Coast.
Yeah, midnight West Coast, because that's where
Okay.
California. Yeah.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, still nothing yet. So,
Boo. I'm just kidding.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a reminder set.
mhm. All right. Well, like I said, we're 2 and partly a third episode in. Wanted to see how the girls' bonfire went, and we're gonna probably next time we meet up talking about the next 3 episodes of Temptation Island. That gets us about through episode 5, halfway through. See what we're thinking at this point. See when the light comes into play, the tent, anything else that they keep from the previous seasons. Do they bring in new singles? Who gets eliminated? All that stuff, you know. More bonfires, all that fun stuff. Can't wait to talk about it. And see what else is going to be there on the reality front news. See if they are going to be working on filming a reunion for Temptation Island that they might air later. Yeah. Well, you saw the tent? Couldn't tell who it
It
was?
was a girl.
It was a girl. Okay.
Yes, the
Ew.
guys go the lights up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. After I was like, I know it lights up. I couldn't tell from the I can't remember the trailer if it was the girls' villa or the guys'
And
villa.
all I saw was the guy with the bad haircut.
Which one?
The guy with the bad haircut.
Okay.
The mullet-y, whatever the
Oh yeah, then it's the girls' villa.
that guy.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh. Then ooh, that's
And
spicy.
one of the blondes, I think. I don't know which one's which.
Mhm.
Taylor is
I just said I don't know which one went in. I just saw a blonde girl.
ooh.
Yeah.
It's gotta be Taylor or
Or Ashley.
Ashley.
Yeah.
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 Ooh, that's
So-
interesting. You know what? I will put money on
Hold on.
Taylor. I'll put it on Taylor.
Will it replay again?
I have to go to more info. I'll probably play it again. So, yeah.
I want to see
All
it.
right.
Okay.
It'll be interesting. We'll find out tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow, not tomorrow, then the following next week, because I mean, all episodes get
Oh,
released.
the
tomorrow.
other thing too. Yeah, I think if you scroll like the episodes,
Mhm.
there is one where the screenshot is pink, like it's the pink light from that alarm thing. So I don't know what
Oh,
episode
boy.
it is, but I could have sworn I saw it when scrolling the episode because I was counting how many there.
Here's the replay. Can I tell which girl it is?
Yeah. Okay.
Come on, man.
We're playing the trailer right now.
Yes,
So
it
we'll
is.
figure it out.
Money is on Taylor.
Yeah.
Bet
Money on
anyone?
Taylor?
Yeah.
I can't tell the difference between them sometimes. Sorry.
Yeah, no, they look pretty similar.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go.
Mhm.
We're getting close to it, I think. There's the booty shake. What?
The play-by-play on the trailer is tremendous. So, yeah. Mhm.
Is that Tyler? Taylor?
That was Taylor. Yeah.
It's right coming up. It's coming
Alexa
up. It's
bringing
coming
a guy
up.
in.
It's coming up. It's coming up.
Thinking Alexa. Yep. I think it's just confirmed to me Alexa's going to cheat. So,
No.
I'm just thinking.
Ooh.
I'm just
There's a
thinking.
brother with a girl, yeah.
Yep. Let's see here. There's the tent.
Can't see which one it is.
I think it's Ashley.
Yeah, the more
Really?
blonde one.
Yeah, I think so.
The
I don't know.
more
It's hard to
blondish
tell.
hair, yeah.
Yeah. Hell, how do we know it's not both of them at this point, right? Like,
Ew.
they
Yeah.
just, all right, your
Yeah.
turn, So, I mean, I
Gross.
don't know.
So yeah, I think like I said when I saw the trailer, we know for sure it happens at least once. But I'm very
Yes.
curious how many times it happens. If it's
Mm.
just the one that's shown in the trailer, or if it's gonna be more. That's a good question.
Yeah. And there's, that's Brian reacting to the light turning on. So, yeah, it is on the girl's side until somebody goes in. So,
My money was on the
Wild.
boys, but woo!
Yep.
Mm,
Shocker.
shocker.
Looks like
Shocker.
women are acting like the guys.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Well, I'm gonna assume though it's after some risque bonfires.
I'm sure.
Because
We hope so.
There's a lot of clips of the guys doing some stuff before the tent there. So I wouldn't doubt some of the boys do a little things they weren't supposed to, and then she's like, "F it, I'm going in the tent."
Damn.
Mhm.
Damn.
All right.
Can't wait.
Well, we'll talk about it on our next episode, talking about pretty much episodes 3 through 5 of Temptation Island. A few more after that, the following, and then get into the finale, the final 2 episodes when I think pretty sure the last 2 episodes when they're going to reveal who stayed, who's doing what. That's usually how it goes with these. Lots to break down. It's crazy. The episodes are shorter than Love is Blind, and this is already just way much more entertaining. It's great. So,
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so.
And the episodes go really quick. Like for us, like
Yeah,
we're
they
kind of
do.
going through them really quickly. So
Mhm.
yeah.
So, see what else gets revealed. So that is our plan for this one going forward. Mark Wahlberg, if you're listening, would love to have you on the show. Maybe after we complete our season, talk about it. See what just kind of love to interview you, man. You're just, like I said, one of my favorite reality TV hosts. And
You the man.
yes, and see what you can or can't reveal about what the future of this series is. I think if you love this, watch it. If Netflix sees how well it's being streamed, they may expand on it. And quite frankly, it's the perfect time. Love is Blind was pretty boring this past season, and this is really going to spice it up. It's not as like crazy dumb as Too Hot to Handle is, and it's that right in between where there's some crazy shit that happens, but there's life lessons in it that Mark Wahlberg has, and I really still pushing that he should also be involved with The Ultimatum, because those people really need somebody like Mark Wahlberg as a host for sure.
Ooh, Mark. I still
Yeah.
love Mark. I was worried that,
Oh no, you don't
They were
have
gonna-
Temptation Island without Mark. Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
I was worried that that he was going to be the same, or two, they're probably going to tell him like, tone down the therapy, tone up the drama. But no, I love that he's still hitting us with those truth bombs.
Mhm.
He's still being real with the girls and the guys, especially the guys.
for sure.
So I love Mark, and I hope to see him not just in this, but also other stuff too.
Yep.
He should be the host for other shows. Replace #replace Nick and Vanessa.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I mean, I like Nick and Vanessa, but I just think the way he's able
As host, not so
to
much.
provide that like explanation and therapy, if you will, I think it just helps the people so much more.
For sure. Which on shows like Temptation Island, The Ultimatum, you need that. Love is Blind, they're trying to figure it out on their own. Like Nick and Vanessa are really just there to supervise and be a celebrity face on TV. That's basically what it is. So, Well, once again, I'm JC at Squint84 on Twitter. Joining me is my beautiful wife, Tina,
Adios, DC, guys.
who is enjoying her spring break. Across the computer screen, we got.
What's going on, guys? Ryan D. Ryan 680, and my beautiful wife.
Yeah, a little bit more pep in there.
See, never enough. Never enough. She always blames me for everything. It's your fault. That's how it goes. That's the excuse for the.
All I hear
Temptation
from you,
Island.
Ryan, is her. What about you?
Yeah, what about me,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
See, it's already a clutch season. It's coming out way more entertaining because all the sayings they're saying are just high notes and they're just really sticking with us, right?
So it's gonna be a crazy season.
We're gonna be doing
But I
that.
haven't
throughout
enjoyed that
the
yet.
Yeah.
We'll keep talking about it.
That crazy cat lady.
Thank you, everybody, for listening, and we will catch you guys next week.
Peace.
Later.
Brr, 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 brr.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening. For more of the Island of Reality podcast, be sure to look for us wherever you get your podcasts. Feel free to subscribe and leave us a review. You can follow us on Twitter at Isle of Reality. That's at ISLE of Reality. And we're on Facebook, facebook.com/Island of Reality. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think of today's topics. And if you prefer to contact us anonymously, we're at islandofrealitypodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next time.